kind of a freelancing mode, right? Like I'm putting myself on. So far, I put like almost $30,000. So we are going on completely a freelancing mode. In this app, we already have our marketing director. We have a product development both on the UI and also on the backend development. So for your user experience, I rely on 5R and other. I right now work with the two people. It's all freelancing mode. So that's why in the next estimation I gave, the 9 months, I'm planning to build that again with that 60,000. Again, I know 60,000 is not a big, but it's considered friends and family round because this is my first round. I came out to get into that because for me the target is election 2024 before, which is going to be happening next year November, and also in India it's very crucial. So that's why this year is more important. My plan is to get it everything developed in that freelancing mode, and then when I'm going to the seed mode, that's when I'm planning to get into full time and then go for an expansion.
Great presentation, certainly very important for today's society. And I'm probably one of the few people who spends more time figuring out who I should vote for than my taxes. So it is very important for me, for sure. Now, one of the biggest things I see within this is when I do that research, I'm only doing that probably once or twice a year. So I see this being quite seasonal. So how do you plan to maintain engagement throughout the year? It's not just having this app work every 2-3 months or whenever elections come around every 4 years. How do you actually plan to maintain that, as a social media platform?
Correct. So that's why we are not labeling it as just a political app. We are labeling it as a civic engagement platform. So it's other than the election. I know you are like exactly during the election, it's going to be like a game, right? Like a team to team. So people will be much interested to engage at that period of time. But once that fantasy period is gone, how do we engage? That's why we are not building just for the politics. We are building for the civic, right? It's like being an HOA, like you wanted to always know about your community. And also on the other side, the police chief I met, he said he does the town hall once in a quarter. So he always wants to connect to the people. Right now, the way they're doing is very manual, right? They're going to Twitter and all other platform, but it's very broader platform. It's not very targeted on civic engagement. And that's how we are planning to onboard different groups, right? Like when I say it's a civic engagement, it's like, it could be many groups, like it's like endless. We never know the surprises, right? Like it could be your township, a police station, or other non-profit organization like a scout organizations. There's a lot of like communities, and there is no end for that.
Yeah, let me add some more points. Yeah, every in our community every year we used to get a funds for the fire station, and then funds for the other non-profit organization within our community. Right now, everything it's a paper-based. So once this platform is there, obviously everyone coming to digital. If they like, they can donate anytime rather than like funding on the only that particular time frame. They can fund anytime, and then they can reach any any time they can reach the community people. So that's the.
And also, we are not only trying to solve the problem for people, right? Because it's not a non-profit organization. We have to look for how do we solve a community problem, people's problem. How do we improve the civic engagement? At the same time, how do we also benefit the investors, right? So that's when we bring in all the different essence, like the political spectrum into the system. How do we sell our targeted market concept to them? That way, all the parties can benefit.
You have one more question?
Yeah, great presentation, right? And all this is important. But I'm one of the few, I guess, right, who does not follow politics, or on their own. One like that gentleman here, right? The only way I know about candidate A is when candidate B says how bad it is.
Exactly.
Right? So are you moderating the content here itself, right? Because you want to compete with Facebook and Twitter and all this stuff, right? And bombard, we get mailers and stuff like that, right? As an individual, even if it's a free app, if if I really have to use it, right,
Yeah.
I want to make sure that I'm getting targeted content for me.
Yes.
That I'm able to, I don't want to go through all the noise.
Yes.
If filter out the wheat from the chaff.
Correct.
Are you doing something from
Yeah.
that perspective?
So that problem, it's not only in the developing nation, it's also here, right? Even in the developed nation. That's a reason for that. They say it's a lack of substance. So instead of talking to very specific social issues or the cause, so the political strategies, they try to adopt this strategy, like the attacking the opponents directly, personally, and try to get a gain the market with the people around it. That's how a lot of political systems are gaining traction, right? And that's one of the platform we are trying to solve that. We cannot fix that problem, but we can help increase the knowledge of the civic on another way, and this problem will go away directly.
Yeah, you can see. Yeah, you can see the past achievement, whatever he did. Like before, like each politician, you can see whatever promises he did in last election, whether he achieved it successfully or not. So depends on that. You can decide the next election whether I need to go for voting on that particular thing. So similarly, all the history you can see in one that particular represented in the same page. So from that knowledge will help you to decide the right person. So it's even for the not only the politicians, even that community member like government officers. You can see what and all he did, some good achievement, any like what, like those kind of detail we try to collect from the common source that will give you clear idea. So where and all people can able to find out the right candidate.
Thank you. Thank you both.
So just lastly, thank you, Vishwa, Mahendran, Velangani Raj, you, and then the entire crew, like for setting this platform, right? I know Nancy was trying to follow up with all the coordination early, and the platform you said, it's really, it's again, it's a targeted platform, right? So it's really a good stage for people like me, because I was very confident, because all these days I was focused on building the platform, and also working behind the screen. And this is very focused platform, so I was very confident to come and talk about my idea here. So,
I want to say one thing. Thank you. You were able to use this platform. As when you said, we're the first, that's what we are. We don't intimidate like some other age groups, which we all fenced up. It's a free, open platform, and thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Thank you. That was inspiring story you said. So thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you. All the best.
Winky video play பண்ணிருக்கேன். Winky video. Thank you.
Our event sponsors have played a vital role in making this occasion possible, and we are grateful for their generous support. We have a video clipping from Venki Saragopan
New York Life Insurance.
from New York Life Insurance.
Hi, good evening. Welcome.
Video,
Welcome to
video,
ATEA's Philly Pitch Night and Networking Mixer. I am Venki Sadagopan, Chair of ATEA Northeast Region, and glad to meet you all virtually. In these pitch nights, the focus is on the startups that are pitching, and I truly hope all of you in attendance are interested in participating in some form or fashion in a startup that resonates with your investment interests and appetite. Tonight, I am a sponsor on behalf of New York Life Insurance Company. Ishwar from my office will be approaching you. Please do fill out an info card for him so we can contact you later for a possible one-on-one discussion about your retirement planning, college funding, long-term care, insurance needs, if you don't already have these tied up. We can also discuss business-related insurances, tax savings plans, buy-sell agreements for partners, and key person coverages. I so look forward to connecting with you in the coming weeks. So enjoy the pitches, network hard. Let's keep good going. Cheers.
I'll introduce a passionate social entrepreneur who is making a real difference in the world. He is the co-founder of Kanavagam, a social initiative that's transforming the lives of vulnerable communities in India. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Balaji.
Thank you all. So it looks like we started with AI, in the middle we had mental health issues, and then with the politicians, you guys might be wondering, is it going to be like a suicide prevention app is next? To the right said, I think it should be reversed. We should start with the politicians, ended up with mental health issues, lose our intelligence, and then have great presentation. You guys investment well for him to be successful. But here, I'm not going to be repeating with him. I'm going to be talking about how I'm going to be opening your heart. So I hope I'm successful in that. What I'm going to talk about here today is like very dear to us and dear to our heart. It's primarily about education. So before that one, I'm just going to say like, how we got into this. My wife Kavita is an attorney, and then we always wanted to adopt a kid a long back, but unfortunately due to our immigration issues and everything, we weren't able to do it. But the fire was lingering inside. So we said, you know what, why don't we just do it in a larger scale? So why don't we adopt as many kids as possible, right? So we won't be able to change the world, but at least we can change the world for one person at a time. So that's our thing. Just one thing. Okay. So Kanavagam means like dream, and Agam means home. So it's a dream home. Every kid in this world deserves the proper love, care, and affection. So there are so many children in the world who are not even, part of the statistics. They are called orphans, but there are many who are not even part of the statistics. So we wanted to create a home where we provide the proper love and care, and also added with the proper health. We talked about mental health, physical health, and value-added education. So education is not about getting a degree in college or so many people have like large degrees, but many degrees, but it's how exactly is going to be useful for us. So value-added education, and then most importantly, we want to bring up model citizens. So the key part is how to build the moral characters. And by providing all these things, we're going to be creating a platform or a safer place for our children so they can dream. They can dream big, like your entrepreneurs. They can dream big, and then our job is to make their dreams come true. So that's how we started. So we've been, establishing the home for about 6 years. I'm proud to say that we have 32 daughters, and including my 2 biological daughters. So that's our happy family. So now, what I'm going to talk today is not about Kanavagam. In 2021, September, we got a call from Department of Child Protection Agency in Sivagangi district. They said like, hey, we have 2 girls who lost their parents, and then they are from the refugee camp, the Sri Lankan refugee camp. So we immediately said, bring them on. We will take care of the kids. So while I was thinking through that one, they lost their motherland, they lost their parents, and then now they even don't have a place to stay. That was it was hitting us really hard. The parents ran away from Sri Lanka because of the ethnic conflict, war, and then they just wanted to live. That's why they came to Tamil Nadu. So when they came to Tamil Nadu, they, because of the lack of education, their ceiling is very low, so they couldn't get any higher. Right? They're doing very menial jobs where the salaries have been very low, and father is a painter, and that was the first boat for them to come from Sri Lanka to Tamil Nadu. That was the first boat. They have to lose everything. They come here. And then while this was happening, the second blow hits them. Father dies in an accident. So mother goes to tea stall. So in the southern part of India, in a village, how much they will make. So the government is giving, welfare. There are so many handouts for them to survive, make ends meet. So they don't even think about the future, because especially as you can see in the next picture, so their roofs are so low, right? As well, the future is also so low. So they're not even thinking about that. So here, after our daughters coming home to us, you could see their brightness in the smile. It definitely makes a huge difference. So what happened was, that was the second blow when father died. Then the third blow comes. So me and my wife have been running, helping domestic violence victims for the past 25 years. And we know what it is when somebody is getting assaulted, especially gender-based violence or intimate partner violence. So a gentleman, I should call him a gentleman, he tries to fill in the shoes of the father, and then guess what he does? He tries to sexually assault the kids. So that's the third blow for them. While this is happening, the mother hits with a huge heart attack, and then she dies. So now, put yourself in the mother's shoes. She can't move physically. Father is gone. She already knows there are sexual predators out there. Sorry about that. She's helpless, right? We don't know what's going to happen to her daughters. It's helpless. So imagine the same way, if Sri Lankan Elam is a mother, look at all their sons and daughters. They've been kicked out. She's helpless. Kids are getting raped. Men are getting butchered. Women are getting killed. And they're being kicked out of their home. They don't know any place to go. They have a very low ceiling to go. What would the Tamil Eon mother would feel? Sorry, I get too emotional about it. So that is why we feel that we can make a difference. So it was a big eye opener. I was born and raised in Tamil Nadu. I had neighbors, Sri Lankan neighbors. My wife has with Sri Lankan neighbors, but we never thought about the intensity of the problem. We moved to United States like long ago, and out of state, out of mind, right? So we wouldn't even know what the hell was going on. Through my daughters, I came to know the difficulties they're facing with her. So how many of you know really, like there are 58,000 Sri Lankan refugees still living in Tamil Nadu?
Yes.
Out of which 40% of them are children. And then the biggest thing which I didn't even know, probably many of you won't know, they are stateless, which means they don't have a Sri Lankan citizenship. They don't have an Indian citizenship, even though Jansi, one of my daughters, she was born in India. She will never get the citizenship, right? So because of the statelessness, they have difficulty in accessing to quality education, healthcare, employment. They can't even get jobs in government entities. It's impossible for them to go. Even when a kid wants to go and join the government school, they ask for the caste certificate, which they don't have. They can't even go there. And then the freedom of movement. You think like once they come as refugees, they're not even tagged as refugees. They're tagged as they can't even, they need to apply for a passport after that from there, and then to move out. So when they've lost everything, how the hell are they going to be establishing their identity in Sri Lanka? So pretty much they're stuck out there. So we were thinking like, how exactly are we going to be solving this problem? As every one of you here, there's one common denominator for us: education. Only because of education we are here, not because of anything else. When people are ready to invest, when people are ready to invent, it's all because of our education. My dad used to always say, people can all your material wealth can be stolen, but they can never steal your knowledge. From anywhere, you can. JRS is a JSUIT Refugee Services Program. Indian government authorized them. Only through them we can work with the education process. So they work in over 57 countries. So we said, you know what, let's talk to them. We have an idea. Let's see how we can incorporate. So that's what we call it as a joint venture with Kanavagam and JRS, right? So we wanted to create job opportunities. We wanted to create teachers. We created the program for the refugees, by the refugees. Let's identify educated individuals within the community out there, give them job opportunities, and then equip them with technology and connectivity. So that way now the window is open for them to the world. They can connect, they can learn, they can teach the children, and also they can sharpen the skills. Then, even for the teachers, we create the awareness program. So how to teach, right? So that itself we need to be there. And we provide like a great after-school education program. We have proven it in Kannada. During the pandemic, we established 20 computers. We created a computer center. With that one, the kids who are not even able to read or write, they passed the public exam within a year. So definitely it is good. Teachers are going to get per student a wage of 300 rupees, a mere 300 rupees, that's it for each student. And then the state teach for the teachers will get about 10 students. So it's about 36,000 rupees a year. That's what they're going to get. That's for a part-time. And then how exactly do you want to encourage them to do it? So when we created this for the refugees, by the refugees, for the refugees program, they have a personal intention and interest for that community to grow up, right? So on the right, you would just see there are 8 levels, grade levels in Tamil Nadu school system, E being like a fail score, and then A1 all the way up to the top. So if a kid, whether it's in the E grade, if they pass 1 level up, the teachers will be provided 50% bonus of the salary. If the kid jumps to 2 level, we will provide them 100% bonus for them, right? So now we've increased the potential for the teachers to earn 72,000 rupees per annum as a part-time job. So here's the proof. So we started within like 2 months, you could see the result that 17 students improved their scores. 4 students jumped 2 grade levels. And then 2 students jumped 1 grade. So this is all within 2 months. And then look at the cost, which is nothing. For $1,700, we were able to make a huge change with these 17 children within 2 months. So what is the ask up here? So there are 4 big zones up there. So Tiruchi, Koy, Nellai, and Tirunelveli. So and then you get to see the number of camps up here. And then as you can see the number of students, the tuition fees, supplies, laptops, technical supplies, teaching supplies, and connectivity. So the cost is, per annum, the projected cost is less than $500,000. it's only $438,000. If you just wanted to boil it down, for a child to be educated, to improve the score, it's only 40 cents a day, right? If you wanted to even work on a particular camp, it's only 4,800 bucks. Right? It's so simple. But here, we can definitely make a huge difference into the society. So there are other benefits for you guys. So definitely, being in an entrepreneur forum, people want to look for ROI. What's in it for me, right? So here are the things which are proven. The brand recognition, right? There was a study done by psychology. We say, people are more favorable brand recognition. You guys can definitely, be there. The second thing is from an investor relations perspective, whether it's with Boston Consulting Group or PwC, they're saying like anybody who are leaders in the ESG, right? So they had 11% valuation premium over their competitors. And then the ESG focused institutional investment is about 84% increase, right? So that's 33.39 trillion in 2026. That's the thing. And then also employee engagement. I personally feel that when my company is doing good things for the society, I feel good about it. So there is definitely, you would see the employee satisfaction, the lower employee turnaround, you can attack the attrition problem, and you don't have to be training a new employee, the cost of it too. And then the human capital investment. So there we're talking about 20,000 kids out there. If you invest them, they'll definitely become a human capital for you guys in the future. So as I said, we wanted to free them, but only through education we can free them. Thank you. Any questions?
Great job, Prakash.
Yep.
Balaji and Kavita, we want you to come here. It's a small, we want to honor you for the great service that you have been doing. And, we all know that Kavita Ramasamy is a renowned reputed lawyer, and the man behind the success is Mr. Balaji. Let's give an applause for their service.
So, Mr. Balaji, we're very happy about the work that both of you are doing. On behalf of ATEA, we wish you the best. And whatever people are able to support, we'll be very happy to pass it on to you. And guys, you only mentioned my wife is an attorney, but you never said she's an immigration attorney. So, very important. So Indian diaspora needs a lot of help. Whoever needs help for immigration-related issues, she is the lady to go. She lives in New Jersey, and we have reached out to her for countless number of issues for helping various people. So she's right here, and you can meet her and talk to her as well. And so we wish you the best.
I thank Kavita for getting me green card. Actually, we want you all to be patient for next 15 minutes. We initially thought that we will do only 3 pitches, but a lot of, entrepreneurs have all the way traveled from Florida, Washington, D.C., and they all were seeking some opportunity to talk in front of you. So these are all going to be like a quick elevator 5-minute pitches. Next 15 minutes, we'll be done with all the rest of the thing, and we have the dinner ready for you. Please be patient for next 15 minutes. We'll quickly wrap it up.
Please keep up the time.
Thank you. I now invite Jayashree from Jai Satya Inc. to join us on stage and share some insights about her company, and she's going to launch her product. One thing to note, last year she was here to pitch for the product, and now this year she's launching the product here.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone, and such a fantastic presentation and great work that you're doing. We hope we can contribute to whatever little we can contribute. But it's really, I was really stunned about what you're doing. Thank you so much. So after such a heavy subject, I'm going to talk about hopefully something much lighter. It's about food. It connects everybody. So IUDM is a project, as Nancy was saying. I was here probably in August or September, when we were it was an idea. Now I have a prototype, and very soon we will launch it across the United States. So I'll play a small video to show you what IUDM is about. It will be a recap. Thank you. So this is a women. Thank you. It's a women-run organization. We just instituted it. It's called IUDM Inc. and our website is also ready. It's iudm.com. And I would like to request Mr. Sandeep to do the honors of opening our box.
Nice. Thank you so much. This sounds amazing. Thank you. Hope Sandeep can use it for the dinner.
So IUDM is born out of my own need. I have two daughters, and very often I feel I'm not able to give good, nutritious food for them. So this is the meal box where you have everything ready for a meal, and a very nutritious Ayurvedic meal. So you can prepare this meal within 10 minutes. Very little preparation. For example, this is a Thai basil red curry with vegetables and lemongrass rice. So it has all the ingredients that is needed. So the rice is half cooked. It comes in a pack. It's ambient packing. You don't need to put it in a fridge or freezer. And you can just cook it within 2 minutes in a skillet or in an oven, again for 1 minute. So this product has basil, and there is a information sheet how to prepare that within few minutes. So I'll pass this around. You can take a look, and it has all the ingredients in the box, including like basil, coriander, and mushrooms. So everything is prepared. So all you have to do is cook up a meal and give it to your kids, and be worry-free that they are having nutritious food, and you're not spending a lot of time but enjoying your food along with your family. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah. I think this belongs to Sandeep. I think Sandeep's.
I like the choice.
Let's see.
Great job.
So we just want to take like a few minutes to appreciate the youth volunteers who helped us with the registration list. Ritika Mahendran. Thank you, Ritika.
Thank you.
Diya Ganesh.
Thank you.
Diya. Srini Das, she was doing the timekeeping. Thank you, Srini. Netra Ramesh, thank you. I appreciate that you helping for the same. Thank you. As you course, the records scale, but in analysis, right stuff, but it is going to be successful organization. So that's what we're trying to do. Thank you.
And all
Thank
young
you.
ladies, the future of leadership.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
I like to call Murugan from Trinity Realtor. Just 3-minute pitch.
Good evening. Thank you, ATEA, for this opportunity. So I'm here to talk about the real estate investment. Are you really worried about market fluctuation and also losing money and looking for safe and steady returns? Please join us. We are investing in multifamily investment, and we are helping our investors getting a steady cash flow as well as 80 to 100% return in 3 years. Actually, I was involved in this business for last 5 years on a passive model. I've invested over 10 plus deals and got a very good success. That's where I'm taking active role in sponsoring a couple of deals. Currently, we are working 2 deals, one in Houston, another one in Austin. I want to just talk about the Austin deal. Austin deal is rightly located next to the technology hub. As you know, most of the technology companies moving there. It's just 10 minutes from the technology hub like Apple, Dell, and many other companies. It's in a fully developed community. We have 8 acres land in a prime location. We are planning to build 200 apartment complex with a $42 million budget. We're planning to raise $8 million, out of which we raised already $5 million. We are looking for $3 more million, and we are expecting to give returns of 150% to 200% return in 4 to 5 years, and with a cash flow of 10 to 15% year on year. So we have very good experienced team, and we have very good success rate. Please join us, and I'm there. You can inquire more details about it. I can also share the soft copy of the detailed presentations and walk you through that, and we can talk about it in detail for an hour. Then you can decide to invest or not. So, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Murugan. Now I call upon San Satya for a 3-minute quick pitch. Actually, he's the founder of Lift Cars, right? Lift Cars. I hope, I wish you could have done 30 minutes, but next time, definitely you have a 30-minute slot with us.
We'll bring the lift car next time. So, how many of you seen the James Bond movie Man with the Golden Gun? There you go. That's what I know, because many of the American audience do not know that. But so Scaramanga is my inspiration, but of course he's not alive now. Bond took him out. So the lift car vehicle, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, please. So this is it's inspired from the V-22 Osprey, which the military uses. It's an air and road vehicle. What I'm doing is basically a flying forklift or a drone that carries a road vehicle. The inspiration also comes from cricket. It's pretty much how the bowler holds the ball, right? A top hold and a bottom hold along with seam. So the flying forklift kind of lifts it, like lifts the road vehicle like that. A top hold and a bottom. That's our IP. So think about our first application, cargo. You take a UPS truck, FedEx truck, you dock it like that and automatically latch it. And there are 6 propellers, which comes on recommendation with Federal Aviation Authority. FAA has looked at us. They say they recommended 6 propellers for redundancy. We do periodic reviews with the FAA and NASA. And the vehicle is a last mile door-to-door delivery. I call the last meter delivery. You can take all your medication, food supplies, right, organ transplant right to the hospital. And Jagdish, I'm a former GE, and I also am a former Boeing and a former Ford Motor Company. So I built hydrogen fuel cell cars at Ford Motor Company. The vehicle will be powered by hydrogen, and we'll be using high lift pads. So when you clone a dinosaur, you have to build a Jurassic Park. In Tamil, so that's exactly what we're doing here. We're building the vehicles. We're also building lift pads, which will have hydrogen refueling. This lift pad concept has got tremendous traction for us, more so than the vehicle itself. We are part of the hydrogen infrastructure hub in the Northeast. New York has allocated us up to $20 million as part of the project. We are going to build these vehicles in Bridgeport, Connecticut. And on top of it, Connecticut Innovations has committed to us up to $2 million. And more importantly, what excites me is that I am going to be signing an MOU with MK Talent guy in Tamil Nadu in April. So please contact me and wish every kind of support from you. And we want to make this vehicle here in the United States and back in Tamil Nadu. Thank you.
Can I have Mr. Raman Raj for a 3-minute elevator pitch? Thank you. I'll make it very quick. So we saw several topics. Next topic is real, because I'm going to talk about real estate very quickly. Alright, so my name is my wife's name is Ava. We're one of the sponsors of the event, and we try to reach out to whatever good for the local community. We're always there. We've been there continuously from in the area, we've been there for 22 years. And we will talk to you briefly about the investment opportunity right now that is available right at our doorstep in Cheshire County itself. So we have a very new community that's being developed. I will just tell you the price, and you can see the cash flow. It's very simple. The townhomes, some of you have already invested, so they're all smiling already. So it will be more, that is good. The townhouse right now, the brand new townhouses cost around $400,000. You can imagine in this area of Port Cheshire County, they're selling for $550. In the other side, they're selling it for $400K. With 20% down payment, the monthly payment, including everything, comes to $2,500. The houses are easily rented for $3,200. So that is about the new townhouses. The same community has twin houses. Right now, they're selling it for $540K, but the same thing this side is sold for $700. So that is like the single family houses. Right now, they're selling it for $730K, but when it's a single family house on this side of the house, they're selling for $900K. So with that, if you need more information, I'm really glad to help. It is a really good thing to invest when your kids grow up to college and for retirement. It's very, very helpful. Thank you, Nancy, for inviting, and thank you, everybody. Thank you. The next 3-minute elevator pitch is from Satish Srinivasan from Directs. Here is your stage.
Thank you, everybody. My name is Satish Srinivasan. I'm the founder and CEO of Directs. We heard a lot of pitches today, most of them in healthcare and social entrepreneurship. This is a combination of all that. As long as there's humanity, there's going to be healthcare issues. Guess one of the biggest problems is the cost of healthcare. I focused on prescriptions. As you all know, RX is the symbol for prescriptions. And we're trying to bring medicine for all, make it more affordable, forward-looking statements. So in the US, as you know, health insurance reimbursement is a big form of how healthcare is paid for. But the reality is over 40% of Americans do not have adequate healthcare. There's uninsured and underinsured. Even on the employer-sponsored side, 64% is moving towards self-funded insurance because of the cost pressures. Almost 30% of Americans can't even afford their medication. That's data on all of that. Most people look at the brand and specialty products, but 90% of the prescriptions are actually generic. I come from the generic industry. I've spent 25 years there building a couple of large-sized businesses. And I used to get paid peanuts, but on the other side, I see that people are paying coconuts for the system. So I said, let me do something about it. This is the system that normally works from the drug maker. It goes through 3 layers to get to the consumer's hands, the medication. And they all add cost because they're based on reimbursement. It has nothing to do with the real cost of the product. So I said, if I can use a digital platform to do away with the drug wholesalers who control the supply chain and the PBMs who control the payment modality, I created Directs as the first direct sourcing platform on a digital platform that covers the entire nation. You might have heard of Mark Cuban in the news lately. He's doing my model. I launched 3 months before him. And I've actually built a pharmacy that is licensed in all the 50 states. He does not. And he has outsourced everything. So this is more powerful. We built a solution where $3 to $5 a month is the lowest cost of some of the common medications. Everything is shipped free to the home across the nation. Great team to help me build this, from everything from pharmaceuticals to consumer health to all of that. We built a digital platform, great product experience. Over 100,000 people registered in the first year. We've shipped over 50,000 prescriptions in 2022. Every month, we've been adding more customers, more orders, great reviews on Trustpilot. We hit our first $1 million revenue milestone in 2022 during our first year. We're focused on about $12 million this year. Thank you. And despite doing all that, you may think if we're selling it for $5 or $10, are these guys going to make money? Our gross margins are 63%. So, and within 10 months of launch, Forbes has listed us on the best online pharmacies of 2022. A lot of other PR is going on now. We're growing. We raised 15 million in 2 prior rounds, seed round, 2 years ago, 10 million in the Series A round a year and a half ago. We're right now raising Series A plus, a 10 million round. We're about halfway through that. We have about 5 million, but we need more money. The environment is bad, so anybody who can help and who's interested, I'll be happy to meet you after this. Thank you very much.
Yes, at the beginning of the show, I introduced the main theme for today's all events. It is true that all of us here and it is all going to be put a lot of work, but we would like to particularly recognize, besides thanking all these people, we would like to call upon Nancy Sutherland, who did the heavy lifting today, and she's the next stage for our innovation for class 1. And always do that. We like to congratulate them off this market. We would like to ask Dr. Mariswamy to come and give a small prize for her on our behalf. She has 3 little kids, but she has put a lot of heavy lifting work for the last 1 month. Thank you, Nancy. So the last 3-minute elevator pitch is from Mallikarjun. Please.
Hey everybody. So I'm here to talk about my company, Practice in a Box. So we're here to solve problems that can be viewed from 2 angles. One, from the doctor's perspective, where they're having problems with managing the clinic operations when they start a clinic, right? They have to manage billing, space, front and back office, digital marketing, all that stuff. And the other side is the service vendors who provide these services, but have problems finding the doctors to add on as their client. So what we provide at Practice in a Box is a marketplace that connects these doctors and private practices to these vendors. Our marketplace is free for the doctors to join, and then we take 20% of the revenue from the marketplace. The way we've hit $500,000 in revenue last year, and we're slated to get to $1.2 million this year. We're based in DC, and we're trying to raise 1.5 million in seed round to help grow across the DC metro area. That will help us build our sales team and also help us scale the platform. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. You know there are many sponsors. One of the sponsors is New York Life Insurance. He's representing the case from there. Okay, you want